wants another election. You think for a second I have 24 Trump 2028 hats. His folks keep sending me.
And you think he's going to run again?
Well, who spends $200 million on a ballroom at their home and then leaves the house? This is serious, guys. This is serious.
So it'll be Newsom Trump in 28.
No, this guy doesn't believe in free, fair elections. He tried to wreck this country. Were you there January 6th? I think Fox was. At least they were in a lawsuit. They seem to have lost any memory of that. Shareholders didn't. I mean, he tried to light democracy on fire. He dialed for 11, almost 12,000 votes. Now he's doing it in plain sight. And people said, oh, just Trump being Trump. Do people actually think this guy's serious about having another election? Yeah, he's joking about 2028? Do you think when he brings foreign leaders to the Oval Office and he goes to the White House store, have you seen this? Anyone? Is it just me? And he shows them the 2028 hats. He's not being serious. Wake up. You will lose your country. He's going to get a third term. So Trump 28, Trump is going to be president 28. And people just ought to get accommodated with that.
So what about the 22nd Amendment?
There's many different alternatives. At the appropriate time, we'll lay out what the plan is. But there's a plan. We had longer odds in 16 and longer odds in 24 than we got in 28. And President Trump will be the president of the United States. And the country needs him to be president of the United States. We have to finish what we started. Trump is a vehicle. I know this will drive you guys crazy, but he's a vehicle of divine providence. He's an instrument.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and few sisters out there. Unto the foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. I had to stop it right there. There's more, but I had to stop it right there because he said something. And what he said was that Trump needs to run again because it's something that's divine. All right, something that's divine. So they're already deifying Trump. These delusional MAGA, however you want to call themselves, they're already deifying Trump. He's not even a full year in yet, and causing all these troubles, complaints. Even MAGA people got something against, because all this stuff about the government shutdown, welfare. Guess what? The majority of people that's on welfare, like they don't want to talk about it. It's not black people, Hispanic people. It's actually Edomites, so-called white people. All right. So they're losing bad as well. They're losing real bad. So why would you think that the people, and this is a question for them, why would you think the people would want this man to be back in office? Why? Because his ICE agency is getting rid of the migrants, and they don't see what's happening by them doing that. How much power he has given to the agency. He has given them more power than the local police. He has given them more money than the actual military personnel. So he's not the divine the divine setting that he's talking about. It's not the Most High, which we know the Most High controls both sides. It's talking about Satan. Trump has to do what they all have been trying to do. What they've been trying to do is establish a new world order. That is the purpose of Trump. This is why he's the driving force. He wants to be the one. They take pride in that thought. Every president take pride in the fact that they get closer and closer and closer to achieve that one goal that they forefathers that worked so hard for. And this delusional fool right here believes that he's the one to usher it in. This is why the small hat wearers call Trump Cyrus the Great. because Cyrus was used as by the Lord to give back Israel, eventually to give them back their land. All right. Matter of fact, let me just so I can remember this. Salakia. I'll come back to this. It's Isaiah. What was it? Isaiah 60 something. Real quick. That is a funny. This guy is delusional. But hey, what do you expect from the devil? Isaiah 46, I believe. Is it 46 or 45? Hold on. Isaiah 45 and 1. Thus saith Yahweh to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden to subdue nations before him. And I will loose him, I will loose his loins of kings to open before him to leave gates, and the gates shall not be shut. So the Lord called Cyrus anointed because what Cyrus did. So they going around calling small hat word people, they call him Cyrus because he's giving Israel back their land, the Israelis back their land. That's what they think. So he's getting praise. This is why he was looking for. This is all egotistical things. Why he's trying to get the Nobel Peace Prize for, and so forth, because they deem him to be anointed by God. All right, they funny. I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight, and I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut sunder the bars of iron. And what did under whose command was Babylon taken down by? It was taken down by Cyrus. So they didn't have to what's the word? They didn't have to launch an attack. They took them by surprise. They took the Babylonians by surprise. Okay, so they didn't. It was easy for Cyrus and his men to go to the Babylonians because it was ordained by the Most High. Because the Most High had a bigger plan for Cyrus later down the line, and that he was have to write so that way Israel could get back in the land. Okay, so this is why they're going by real quick. Proverbs 21 and 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will. So the king's heart, whoever is in position of power, they're not going by their own will. They're going by the Most High. It tells you in Romans, the 13th chapter, that every power that's ordained is by the Most High. So is it a divine intervention that this man's in rulership? No. Yes and no. The Lord anointed him, Lord created him for this, but it's not for what they think it is. All right. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. So they, in their mind, they think that they want to accomplish their new world order. Right. That's what it's all about. That's what he's trying to say. Like, nah, he has to finish off what he started. We need time. Bro, within past 10 months or 9 months has caused total chaos on levels that's never been seen before. That's why they had that film Civil War, and at the end of the movie, you as the audience don't know how it started, but they asked the president, that current president, why did you do what you did? And he was like, save me, something like that. So they telling you, it's crazy how things playing out, man. But let me go back to this because it was a little something more that he said. Well, yeah, these people are delusional, but this is all part of the Lord's masterful plan.
He's very imperfect. He's not churchy, not particularly religious, but he's an instrument of divine will, and you can tell
He's an instrument of divine. So they're deifying this guy as an anointed vessel. of the Lord. All right. He was ordained. He was born to be. Now, I'm not saying he is, but the world, matter of fact, I have to bring it out. It's funny, but I have to bring this out real quick. St. John, I said 4 and 3. I know it was 2 and 15, but you know what? 2 and 1 and 1. 1 John's 4 and 2. Hereby know ye that the Spirit of the Most High, every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High, and every spirit that confesses not that the Yahweh Shai Mashiach is come in the flesh is not of the Most High, and this is the spirit of Antichrist, whereof he had heard that it shall come, even now already is in the world. So it's a spirit that majority of these people are in. All right, the whole world is in this anti Messiah complex. First John's 2 and 18. Little children, it is the last time. And as ye have heard that the anti-Messiah or Antichrist shall come, even now are there many antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time. So there are many. This conglomerate organization that is trying to rule this world is ran by those that are against the anointed, those that go against the grain what the Yahweh Shai wants. St. John 14 and 30. So it's not one individual, but they're going to have you believe it's one individual. It says, hereafter I would not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh and have nothing in me. And the prince of this world is Esau Edom. And Esau Edom has a plan. Esau Edom wants to establish their new world order. They want to annihilate the majority of people of the world. All right. They want to rule the world. They want to rule mankind with a mighty fist. Okay. So they come in that spirit. So yeah, don't you already could see it happening. They're gonna say, oh, he's that guy. Nah, he's of many. And this guy right here, he's one. Okay. They all are the same. From the small hat wearers to the non-wet hat wearers, they all on that vibe. Hey, even Jake on that spirit. They all in that spirit against the Lord. Okay?
How he's pulled this off. We need him for at least one more term, right? And he'll get that in 28.
You're not driving me crazy. I'm trying to understand the coherence of the things you've just told me. On the one hand, you've said the Constitution is fit for purpose. Secondly, you've said that President Trump needs another term, even though the 22nd Amendment makes pretty clear that he cannot have another term.
Why is it made that clear?
Because he's on his second term already.
Hey, like Trump had made a statement. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to put this in my mail because I don't know. Trump made it. Not Trump. George Bush made a statement that says the Constitution is nothing but a piece of paper. This is what they all believed. This is what they all wanted. They all wanted the same thing. That same thing that they wanted was to do away with that old piece of paper that was restraining them. And he's proudly seeing that, like, this is the spirit that these people are in. So whatever law that they say they go by, they throw all that shit out because they want to establish something that's never been seen we have to understand the ambition of these people. They want to chip everybody. They want to control everybody. All right. They want to crush their enemies. I threw it away, but it was a video of one of the lower elites saying that that they're seeking immortality. If anybody try to stop them from seeking that immortality, they're gonna destroy them. This is what's in their thought. So if they think they have a golden ticket or golden guy that could do it, they will do it. Biden was too old. All right. Obama was just there for a cover up. They didn't want to be the face of that. So this all spirit of delusion that's among these people. It's sickening. But go on.
At some point in time, we will make sure we go through Zanny and define all those terms.
But you will be undermining the spirit of that amendment, even if you find some way around it.
If the American people, with the mechanisms we have, put Trump back in office, are the American people tearing up the Constitution? Would that be tearing up? Would the American people be going against the spirit of the Constitution, ma'am?
I think yes, actually, because I think what you will end up with is a populist justification for a quasi-dictatorship.
That's not true at all.
That's what it sounds like.
Trump is a dictatorship. Did you see the compromises he had to make in the big beautiful bill? You see the compromise.
Yeah, you see how this guy trying to justify his madness? You see how he trying to justify. This is why clearly when Apostle Tahar had coined this man Nero, we see why. All right, and the Caesars already back then they were kings, they were emperors, and Nero. One thing Nero hated to be hated. All right, he hated to be hated. They said that he was when he lost popularity, that broke him. So this egotistical man and his egotistical people was a sure shot deal that they're gonna cause something dramatic. And there's another rule of thumb: if a president is at war, he stays in office. Zelensky's practicing that to this day. Benjamin Nada, you know what? He's practicing that to this day. All right. So yeah, he might rule for a while. He might rule longer, or he might be taken out. However the Lord wants it to be, it will be. But his ambition is off the roof top. All right. These people are completely delusional. But go on.
He has to do on everything, on accommodating Zelensky, on what President Trump. President Trump is nothing but a series of negotiations to kind of keep.
And he said Zelensky. What did Trump said about Zelensky? He said that if he was a president, when he becomes president, that war is going to be over in 24 hours. That's a long ass 24 hours, my man. So now they're saying they need more time to get that whole thing with Zelensky and Russia. You see what they're doing, man? This power tripping thing that they on. This devil is gonna come down with great wrath, man. Oh my goodness.
This thing rolling forward, where he's having trade-offs all the time.
Steve, you've just spent the last 20 minutes telling me we have to smash the other side. There's no room for debate. There's no room for compromise. We must smash them. And now you're telling me this is a negotiation. I mean, that's
no.
I mean, there seems to me some kind of tension there.
The only way President Trump wins in 2028 and continues to stay in office is by the will of the American people. Okay, and the will of the American people is what the Constitution embodies, and so I think we're going to be in good hands there. We need to finish what we started.
So basically, they need more time to establish what they need to establish, and it's all about establishing that new world order. Whoever's in that position, whoever they want to be handsomely rewarded. They're like to be that guy, you know, like yeah, we did it. It was under my rule. These people are fucking bugged out. But hey, this proves that Isaiah 19, I'll start on 1. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. Hey, this whole thing with 3-eye atlas, and Dabu have showed a picture of this gigantic ship. They said it looked like a Death Star. And there was a picture of an angel. All right, we don't know who that was, with a fro. And he said it looked like he has a fro. So through the spirit, I always say that the real pressure is from above. That pressure is coming from the heavens. So when Yahushua comes in, he's coming in with the father ship. All right, he's coming with the biggest ship of them all. So they feel that pressure. They know that's what that is a burden to them. All right. It says, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved. That's the physical and the statues and the people. They're all going to be moved by the fact that the Lord is coming. All right. Going to take them out of their position of power. It says, out of his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And what's going to cause that melting? Those ICBM nuclear missiles. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So you think what he's saying, the other side is going to allow that to happen? Even though the Democrats and the Republicans, they play a game like they're against each other, but really they're truly for each other. Because they want to accomplish the same goal. They just believe that their side could get the goal done faster. All right? That's all it is. It's just pride talk. That's all it's always been. And they use you people, you unbeknownst to you, you thinking that you're fighting for freedom and so forth, and you fighting for democracy. All you are is nothing but vessels for them, for you to destroy each other. While the very rich and the people that's in position of power sit back and laugh and having a good time with one another. They all in the same thing. All right. And they're going to allow you people to destroy one another. All right. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. Yeah, because of what? Political differences. How can you vote for that guy? I hate you. You can't eat and Thanksgiving and this, that, to the third. You know, like you gotta have a child, Daddy. Why you and Uncle such and such don't talk? Well, he believed in Trump, and you see what Trump believed. And the other side, he said, Dad, you believed in Trump, and you see what he have done. See, so y'all gonna be fighting and killing each other just because of political disagreement. And it says, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And we already see that some states want to leave the United States. Some states want to fight off against the federal government. And then you already have Esau against Esau in the grand scale, which is World War III. Okay, which this guy's trying to say that there will be no such thing as a World War III. Well, according to prophecy, my man, you're a liar. All right. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail. So this whole, man, that's crazy because he said what he said. And she was like, what? It was all about the spirit of the Constitution, you know what I'm saying? Well, the spirit of the Constitution, according to the scripture, is going to fail. The spirit of this American experiment is going to fail. All right. It says, in the midst thereof. So within, when everything is all basic normal, that spirit is dying right before everybody's eyes. And they're already killing off that spirit they're killing off Thanksgiving this season, this year. They already killed off. They was killing off that spirit during the pandemic. You can't go to each other's house, and you got 6 feet apart. So you're already killing that united spirit. Okay. So how much more now? It says, I will destroy the counsel thereof. And this whole counsel is this ambitious thing that this man he wants to accomplish. All right. The Lord said he's going to destroy that counsel. It says, and they shall seek to their idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to wizards. So this is who they get their advisories from. Astrologers, also it says astrologers, prognosticators. All right, this month, this year, this is what you're going to do. And 2026 is going to be a heavy year because 2026 is supposed to be 250 years of really May 1st, 250 years of the New World Order. All right. Then you're going to say, oh, about America. So something crazy is going to happen because the way this man is doing things, the way he's establishing his New World Order, there's going to be a lot of blood that's going to be shed. It says, and here's the point, and the Egyptians will I give over unto the hand of a cruel Lord. So this cruel Lord is Donald J. Trump. All right. And remember, the Lord is he's the one that rules in the kingdom of men. So the Lord, yeah, he was right. He was anointed. Okay, he was anointed by the Lord, by the Heavenly Father. But not for the good of mankind, but to bring in the harsh, draconian rulership. All right. Or like a man said, I was watching I'm gonna go borrow his video. He brought it out. Jake said that Trump is bringing black families back together, unbeknownst to him, because the split has been so devastating. The nuclear family has been destroyed, and now with this removal of food stamps, SNAP, and all this good stuff, is gonna force the black woman to swallow her pride and go back with her man, or she's gonna die out there. It's quite simple. So the Lord is using these devils to refortify. Hey, even amongst the tribes, the differences amongst the tribes, right? The northern kingdom thought they was better than the southern kingdom. The southern kingdom was thinking it was better than the northern kingdom. And now look, ICE is going after every fucking body. They don't give a damn if you speak Spanish. So like, yo, speak Creole or you speak Patois, whatever. They gunning for you. And since they gunning for you, showing you that you're the same people. So this cruel Lord is gonna force the hands of Israel coming back together. It says, and the fierce king shall rule over them, save the Lord of hosts. And he's going to rule over them, right? Which they're not going to vote him in. He's gonna try to remain in. But like I stated this, Job 5:12, it says, he disappointeth the device of the crafty, so that the hands cannot perform their enterprise. And their performance of their enterprise is what? Bringing in their new world order. And in order to establish that new world order, everything must go according to plan. And that's bringing in this digital system and ensuring that. That's why they forcing everything. They know that they're going to be met with resistance, but he want you people to lose it. So now they could be justified of pounding your head in. All right. That's what they want. That's what they want. But with all that saying and done, the Lord's going to allow them to get so far, and when they get that to that point, then the Lord's going to rain fire and brimstone upon them. And Trump might not even get that far, to be quite honest. And he even said it in Air Force One. He said he don't think he's going to heaven. Well, he going to heaven. Well, you're going to be in the kingdom, but you're going to be as a slave. All right. It says he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and their counsel of the forward is carried headlong. So they think that they have everything in order. Remember, they have to get these computer cities, these database systems. They have to get everything going. In order to accomplish what they need to accomplish, and he wants to be the head of that. All that fake, the beef that he had with Elon Musk, that was all fake. Elon Musk is doing exactly what he was intending to do. Trump is making it a lot easier for him, passing these ridiculous laws, so that way they can accomplish that one thing. They have one thing in mind. They're bringing their new world order. They meet with darkness in daytime. They grope in the noonday, as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from the mouth, from their mouth, from the hand of the mighty. So the poor have hope. Iniquity stompeth her mouth. So the poor has hope. The hope is in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right. And let me end it off on this. Job 20 and 26, I believe. Job 20, I'm going to the point. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So they're not going to get away with anything. They're not going to do what they want to accomplish. And when they get close, when they get a glimpse of their kingdom, then the Lord is going to rain fire and brimstone upon them. It said when he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and rain it upon him while he's eating. So with that being said, shalom to the elect and the nation of Israel. Shalom.